Y'all, what is going on? This is my third time trying to record this gas station weed. Somebody don't want y'all to know about this gas station weed. Weed is what I smoke. Folks don't want y'all to know about it. I'm trying to do a video. This the third time trying to do this video, trying to find out what's the deal about this gas station weed. It looks real, it smells real, what is it? Can I buy some? I need some from when I get off of work. I need something from what I... Ah! Let's try this again. They say third time is a charm. I hope so, because I'm about stressed out with this crap. Stock Legal blog. Let's read this long ass shit again. What's the deal with gas station weed? You may have recently seen articles, advisories, opinions from agencies such as Missouri's Department of Health, Senior Services, DHSS, regarding concerns over Delta 8 and Delta 9 products entering the Mississippi don't even know I'm on here. Entering the Missouri market. Specifically, there is concern over the lack of regulatory oversight and safety testing standards for these projects. In this blog, we are going to discuss the difference between this gas station weed and regulated and controlled adult use and medical marijuana you can purchase in a Missouri licensed dispensary. Why do we use the term gas station weed? Well, to put it simply, it's a slang that has been created to define the hemp-derived product that contains products that you commonly find behind the counter at gas stations. These products come from hemp-derived cannabinoids, which are currently unregulated in Missouri. How do these products avoid required testing in Missouri? The answer to the question is complicated and nuanced, but to give you a quick insight, under the 2018 Farm Bill, the federal government determined that any product derived from cannabis which contains less than 0.3% marijuana-based THC are legal for sale and production throughout the United States. The Farm Bill, in its legalization of hemp and those products derived from hemp, unwittingly created a rapid growth industry for Delta 8, Delta 9, and many other cannabinoid compounds that can be extracted from the plant. 1. As we touched on above, these products are unregulated in Missouri as well as many other states. In fact, there are only 8 states in the United States that regulate the production of sale of these hemp derived products, since these products remain unregulated in Missouri. Most of them remain untested for dangerous substances such as heavy metals. As evidence of this fact, if these products truly contain only 0.3% THC on a dry weight basis, then why are so many people attracted to their psychological effects? The likely case is that the true percentage or concentration of THC found in products is much higher, something that would not pass the muster of DHSS if testing was required. If you take nothing else away from this article, please remember that it is in your best interest to only use and consume products which may have been tested for your health and safety. 2. Here in Missouri, DHSS has regulated the packaging you will find sold in all licensed dispensaries. As you may be aware, this caused quite a lot of turmoil within the industry and DHSS at the advert of these packaging rules. While these authors agrees that limitations imposed on the industry are cumbersome and in many situations overly broad, it is far better than the alternative we face with gas station weed. Unlike our regulated marijuana, gas station weed has no regulations on its packages. You can go into a gas station or a corner store today and buy a bag of gas station gummies with identical packaging as Sour Patch Kids, Nerds, Peach Rings, and others. The packaging and displays are the same as you would find for the unaltered candy on other shelves in the store. The difference, if any, that you might find in its inclusion of words weed or high potency or THC, but these are not guaranteed to be found on the packaging as it is not required by law. Unfortunately, there have been numerous poisoning cases surrounding these gas station gummies. In some cases, consumers were exposed to harmful toxins and heavy metals, but in other cases, consumers were unaware they were even consuming cannabinoid-infused gummies. If grown adults struggle to easily recognize the difference between regular candy and infused candy, I can assure you adolescents and teens can fall into the same trap. Currently, Delta 8 and Delta 9 products available in Missouri at the gas stations and even some bars, including a large variety of drinks, can be sold in Missouri because intoxicating ingredient that targets same brain receptors as marijuana is derived from hemp, not marijuana. However, change is on the horizon. Falling in line with 11 other states that have banned these products, including Colorado and New York, Missouri is seeking to enact legislation that would place these products under the same constitutional framework and rules that marijuana industry in Missouri has been required to abide by since 2018. This would include rules concerning age restriction, labeling, and testing requirements, and the requirement that these products only be sold at Missouri licensed dispensary. The proposed legislation has received support on both sides of the aisle, but the debate still remains whether the legislation does enough or too little to protect residents of Missouri. So y'all, they saying if y'all see this weed at the gas stations, don't buy it. K2 Spice. And see, what made me want to figure out and do research on this, because I know salvia, people smoke salvia, so that's the closest thing, I guess, to weed or something. So that way, if they have a drug test, they don't lose their jobs. But we're going to get into synthetic marijuana. I know salvia falls under that, and this K2 Spice. And I know, like, if you try to go donate blood, if you had the salvia, I think that was, they won't let you donate blood. Synthetic drugs are dangerous and illegal chemicals made in laboratories, often located outside the United States. They are potential hallucinogens that have been found for sale at some retail establishments such as liquor stores and gas stations. These products, frequently packaged under brand names such as K2, Scooby, Snack, Bizarre, or Spice. Synthetic marijuana is not just one thing. Most commonly, chemicals are sprayed over the plant material and sold as herbal insights. These chemicals are sold sometimes in liquid form for the use in e-cigarette or vape pen. A single package may contain multiple drugs, which are even more dangerous in combination. Buying the same brand twice is no guarantee the drugs and their effects will be the same in both packaging. New strains of synthetic marijuana are constantly hitting the streets. Synthetic marijuana is sold under different brand names. K2 and Spice were some of the earlier brand names. Scooby, Snacks, Bizarre, Mr. Nice Guy, and Red Don X are more recent, but new brand names in the packaging come on the market regularly as manufacturers change the chemical composition to try to stay ahead of law enforcement. It is dangerous. Is it dangerous? Very dangerous. Synthetic drugs are illegal and are not safe for human consumption. The district experienced a recent cluster of hospitalizations as people became ill, disoriented, or even unconscious reported after using synthetics. Young adults also have been hospitalized for overdosing on synthetic drugs. The Metropolitan Police have linked synthetics to violence. Why is it so dangerous? Synthetic marijuana packaging does not tell the user which drugs are in or affect the active ingredient a user is consuming at any given time or effectively random. Also, there is no way to know how many drugs are present in the given packaging of synthetic marijuana, as batches contain multiple active ingredients which may be more toxic when taken together. These lethal batches are very hard to detect until it's too late. What are effects of synthetic marijuana? Synthetic marijuana can cause hallucination, anxiety, paranoia, confusion, elevated heart rate, unconsciousness, and even death. These drugs can cause a person to become incoherent, disorderly, and aggressive. Effects can last for hours. And because the strains of synthetic marijuana are constantly changing, they are very difficult for doctors to treat. Is synthetic marijuana the same thing as marijuana? No. Many users expect synthetic marijuana to mimic the effects of marijuana, but it is very different effects. Synthetic marijuana can be deadly. What does synthetic marijuana look like? Synthetic marijuana frequently appears as a dry plant material, but don't be fooled. It is not marijuana. The effects come from chemical mixture sprayed over it. Synthetic marijuana often is packaged in full packets and plastic tubes and frequently contains adjectives to give it a scent or flavor when smoked. The packaging is usually bright colored and featured cartoon characters or psychedelic images to make users associate with the marijuana. It also aims to attract young people. These packaging never list the active ingredient and often contain a warning that it is not for human consumption or it is only intended as incense. These warnings exist solely in an attempt to protect manufacturers and retailers from being prosecuted. I'm using synthetic marijuana or someone close to me is using it. What can I do? Drug addiction is a medical condition and it can be treated. If you are struggling with synthetic marijuana or any other drug, there is help in your community. You can always call Department of Behavioral Health Access Helpline at 1-888-793-4357 at any time or night, 7 days a week. I repeat, 1-888-793-4357. To learn more about harmful effects of synthetic drugs or to get involved in the fight to keep our community safe from synthetic drugs, go to K2ZombieDC.com, Facebook, K2ZombieDC, Twitter at K2ZombieDC, Instagram at K2ZombieDC. There is a store in my neighborhood selling synthetic marijuana. What can I do about it? Selling synthetic marijuana is illegal in the District of Columbia. Stores choosing to continue selling synthetic marijuana can be fined or may lose their business license. People who sell these drugs may also be subject to arrest. Mayor Bauer recently proposed emergency legislation passed by D.C. Council to increase the penalties for illegal sales and take swifter action to shut down repeat violators. You can call. No, I ain't finna get it out. You can remain anonymous and all texts are automatically anonymous. Where did synthetic marijuana come from? The first synthetic marijuana compounds were developed in 1980s and 1990s by researchers looking for new treatment for a disease such as HIV and multiple sclerosis. They first appeared on the market as a reconstructional drug in Germany around 2008. Distribution of these products quickly expanded to other countries and are now a global concern. Illegal manufacturers have long since moved beyond these original compounds and have developed entirely new drugs to try and stay ahead of laws passed to ban synthetic marijuana. These new drugs have bias and legitimate medical researches and were never properly tested to determine harmful effects. Y'all, I'm so tired. I've been trying to record this thing 3 times, and I guess that is true. Third time is a charm. But maybe somebody is using synthetic weed, and I needed to get a hold to them or something, or I don't know what's going on, but don't buy the gas station weed. It look good, it smells good, but they saying don't buy it.